What's up, everyone? It is your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How is everyone doing today? I am doing well myself. Happy Halloween to everyone. That's for sure. For one, happy Halloween to all. Hope you guys have wonderful plans today for the Halloween day of Hallow, whatever it's called. Yeah. So here we go. Oh, I am off today, so I can, I won't, I don't have any work obligations, so gonna have to take our daughter to. Me and my wife, of course, are gonna go take our daughter to trick or treat. We did a trunk or treat, whatever it's called, thing. This past weekend. This time though, we're gonna take her and do some other, well, not actual. We're going to some like businesses that do a thing, like a trick or treat thing for businesses. Something nice and safe. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's all I really got. So, got a few things we'll talk about. A hockey incident. Was it murder or accident? For anyone who doesn't know, there was a hockey game, and it ends up with a player dead from a neck injury. Some people are calling it an accident. Other people are calling it murder. So, I mean, we'll go look. I have someone who has slowed down footage. Actually, I might just slow down one of the footages I have myself because I can do that shit. So, okay. We also, anyways, I got a bunch of stuff for it. Anyways, so yeah, that's what we got for that. And then since we're gonna talk about some gore and evilness or whatever, we're going to watch a video. And the question is it self-defense? I have my opinions, and I think once we watch it, everyone else will have the same opinion, but we will see. And then after that, an Oakland DA gets some karma. She gets her car gets burglared. She experienced car burglary. Whatever. And then we'll watch a clip of her just in July. And let's see. Hold on, I didn't even look up an article for this. This is old. Sounds old to me. Sorry, I meant to look up an article earlier, but didn't have time. It's not respond. What the hell? Oh, okay. All right, found an article for it. Sweet. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, and then we'll have a pedo in school. It's not what you think when that title isn't really what you think. What it means. I'm not saying they're pedophiles. Well, there are, but what I'm saying is a queer academic wants pedophilia in school. Basically, wants pedophilia to be taught in school as an innate sexuality. Now, it's an old article. It's from June 9. 2023 or 2022. So it's a little old. So, but I'll still talk about it. And then oh shoot, I skipped over this. Oh well. Sorry, reorganizing the tabs. All right, and then Shay Loke, German Israeli. She's was unfortunately famous for in the early stages of the invasion by Hamas, being paraded around. And I have the picture of it. Has been confirmed dead by her family, unfortunately. So that's very sad. But yeah, so we'll watch a video, and then we will discuss it. And then in Maine, the gunman that was the mass shooter, police visited his home, and we'll see how early they did it and everything like that. And then a federal judge temporarily barred the Biden administration from cutting wire at the border. So that's some good news there. And then an employee takes out a shoplifter with coke. What kind of coke do you think I'm talking about? And then we got finally another delusional lady. So those are the topics for the day. So I say, let's get into it. All right. Next, NHL player Adam Johnson, 29, dead after suffering horrific neck injury in freak accident. Former NHL Adam Johnson tragically died after a freak accident during a game in England on Saturday, where he suffered a catastrophic cut to his neck, according to his club and reports. The horrific incident took place during the second period of the Challenge Cup game between the Nottingham Panthers and Sheffield Steelers at Sheffield's Utilita Arena. According to multiple reports, the 29-year-old Johnson was slashed by the skate of an opposing player during a collision on the ice. The Nottingham Panthers are truly devastated to announce that Adam Johnson has tragically passed away from following a freak accident at the game. In Sheffield last night, Panthers said in a statement Sunday morning. Panthers would like to extend our thoughts and condolences to Adam's family, his partners, and all his... Was he gay? Okay. And all his friends at this extremely difficult time. Everyone at the club, including players, staff, management, and ownership, are heartbroken at the news of Adam's passing. Their statement continued. Adam, our number 47, was not only an outstanding hockey player, but also a great teammate and an incredible person with his whole life ahead of him. The club will dearly miss him and will never ever forget him. According to ESPN, Johnson was treated on the ice before being taken to Sheffield's Northern General Hospital. While players made their way back to the locker room, the nearly 8,000 fans were reportedly asked to leave the arena. The Elite Ice Hockey League, EIHL, announced that all games on Sunday have been postponed as a result of Johnson's passing. The thoughts and condolences of everyone connected with the EIHL are with Adam's family, friends, and teammates as this incredibly sad and difficult time. We would also ask everyone to respect the privacy of Adam's family at the time. Yeah, they're not going to do that. Johnson, a Minnesota native, played 13 games for the Pittsburgh Penguins, registered 1 goal and 3 assists. Pittsburgh Penguins joined the entire hockey world in mourning the life of Adam, whose life tragically ended far too soon. The team said in a statement, "We offer our deepest condolences to Adam and family and friend, as well as all of Adam's past and present teammates and coaches. Adam will always be part of the Penguin family." So there we go. So that is the word on it. Damn it. Hold on. I'm going to make sure my shit's been. Okay, cool. We are good. I don't know why I didn't get any notification. Now I got to double check, make sure everything's working. You know what I mean? Yeah, everything's working. Cool. All right. All right. So got a few videos queued up. All right, cool. So let's get back to it. All right. So I got a video. It's slow down and it zooms in at some point too. So let's get to it. So this here is the incident that took Adam Johnson's life. Okay. Boom. So the guy right there in the red, and boom. And it looks like, maybe we go even slower. To me, I'm not sure. We'll slow that down even more. Okay. So there we go. It's nice and slow. I'm just watching. All right. So here, Adam seems to be going downwards. Okay. So he wasn't standing full up. He seems to be falling. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. So I don't know. It looks like to me he's going. Yeah, it looks like he's sliding down. And then okay, so there's that. So then all of a sudden let's see. Looks like the other player starts lifting his leg. And then boom. Fatal blow. Watch out one more time. All right, so Adam seems to be like falling. And I don't know why. This guy seems to lift his leg and then ends up catching Adam on the neck. Be honest, I can't. Don't know murder because murder kind of has to be premeditated. You kind of have to plan that out, if I remember correctly. Is it? Hold on. Yeah, the unlawful premeditated killing of one human being by another. So yeah, he has to You got to prove that this guy premeditated. He like thought before, I'm going to kill this fucker. He doesn't look like he's lifting his leg high. It does look like Adam was falling down and this guy lifted his leg up. And if Adam was still standing and the guy lifted his leg up, I don't think it reached more than like his midsection. So I don't think murder. All right, I got something stuck in my tooth. But yeah, I don't think murder. I don't think it's murder unless we get some evidence that this motherfucker was like, oh yeah, I'm killing this guy, or Adam was really razzing him and kind of provoked it, I guess. I don't know. I do think at most, if this guy does get charged, at most he'll get charged with manslaughter. Manslaughter is the killing of the crime of killing a human being without malice of forethought or otherwise in circumstances not amounting to murder. That's manslaughter. I think manslaughter, if this guy gets charged, manslaughter would be the appropriate charge. I don't think it was murder. But yeah, I don't play hockey. I never watch a hockey game, so I don't know how prevalent it is to lift your foot up. It doesn't seem something very practical to me, regardless, and it doesn't. It doesn't seem like something that would be, intelligent to do with sharpened blades on his skates, whatever it's called. So I don't know. I don't know any good reason why you would lift your leg up like that. So I have no idea. I don't know if it's murder yet. And although it may be an accident, he still could be charged with manslaughter, I believe. But yeah, so there you go. Poor guy was tragically killed. And then we have another man who's probably, if he didn't intentionally do it, is probably racked with guilt over the what happened. If he didn't mean to do it, of course. So we got a lot of feelings going on today, or the last couple days. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see more on this later. All right, I got another video for you. Just since we're on that cool shit, is this murder or self-defense? I'm gonna ramp it at 1.5 speed. So there's just like some sort of argument. This guy comes out with a shirt, says, "Hey, oh, fuck that shit." Few minutes. Then some chick comes out, probably the wife, mom, whatever. And she starts talking her smack. I'm obviously being hyperbolic. Teenager comes out. It's the big guy comes out. And he's angry. Now he's got scissors. Big giant dude who's actually taller than this guy. Towers over him a little bit, threats him with a knife. And it looks like they're getting into a heated argument. Woman tries to get in the way. Tries to go away. And then boom, pulls out his gun. And then, all right. So there we go. Hold on. Sorry. Let's back that down. Go over here. So he gets pulled out. All right, hold on. So she's pulling on him. No, Juan. Pulls her again, distracts him, takes a step back, and pulls out his gun. Guy's got a laser thing. Okay, now he's threatening the guy. Now, some of you, just watching this, I'm sure everyone was watching this. Oh, yeah, clear case of self-defense, right? The guy, is taller than him, bigger than him, threats him with a weapon. And the guy pulls out his gun when he's distracted enough to try and defend himself. All right. Yeah. That's, at this point, yeah, I think that's a valid, it's valid thinking. I think that at this point. Now, of course, we got a whole, 42 minutes left, or 42 seconds left. Pardon me. Let's watch. So there we go. His gun. And, before I continue this, I should have mentioned this in the beginning. This is very graphic. It's not censored at all. So this is very, very graphic. So if you're watching this, I highly suggest you skip it because it is not something pretty. It's very vile and disgusting and horrible and cold. So that is your warning. I will give you 30 seconds. 20 seconds. I know that wasn't 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 0 seconds. Sorry. But yeah, in all seriousness, this is very graphic. This is very disturbing. It's not for the faint of heart. This is not for the faint of heart. So if anyone is watching this right now, I really mean it. Don't, and you don't, you're report violence or anything. Don't continue watching. All right. That's your warning. All right. So you see the big guy running away. Very smart. Look, it's very smart to run away when someone draws a gun on you. Very smart, very intelligent. And bam. Bam. So we see him shoot the big guy twice. In the back, fleeing once, twice. Now, the kid here runs as well. Because he just saw maybe his dad get shot. I'm assuming this is his dad. But he starts running. I think that's a very legitimate as well. Okay. And you can't really see the full of it in the frame. But just based on his body language, like his arm, the dude's terrified, clearly. So then he runs away. He's actually doing everything he can to avoid him. He ducks under. Actually, that might not be as clear cut as I think. Now, again, I'm just going to give my opinions on this. So, don't take everything I say as gospel or agreement. I'm just going to point out what I see. So he runs, he kind of dodges. He looks like he's actually trying to dodge and is going after the guy who just shot his dad, I'm assuming. Okay. That's what it looks like to me. Again, that is very justified, actually. If you see someone kill someone else, it's very justifiable. Especially when that someone runs away. It's very justifiable to try and get the guy and grab his gun and stop him from killing anyone else. So then he kind of this other dude, the guy with the gun, kind of dodges and fires again. And the guy goes down. Poor kid goes down. I'm assuming it's a kid. He looks like a kid to me. Goes down and boom. Now, let's say that first shot where he shoots him and the kid goes down, that could have been a valid claim of self-defense. Could be. I'm not saying it is. Could be. But that shot right there that he just did is not. So that first shot, valid excuse of self-defense could potentially have been. But here it is. This one, that's cold-blooded murder right there. No self-defense there. It's cold-blooded murder. Unfortunately. All right. And then, so he steps over the kid. There's another guy right here. He is down. Or the original guy, the first guy that was interacting. He's down. He's completely defenseless, unable to threaten him in any way. The threat is done. Guy walks up. little swagger in his step, and shoots again. Oh, poor man. Okay, so he's down, clearly not a threat. And again, execution. Cold-blooded murder. I told you guys this was graphic as fuck. So he's waiting for open the door. He's waiting for someone to open his door. So there we go. So that's the full video. Wow. Like I said, that was graphic. Pulling out his weapon could have been a valid use of self-defense. I mean, the guy's, obviously in the beginning, the guy's bigger than him. He's got a weapon, scissors. Scissors can be weapons, just so you know, could be deadly weapons as well. Sorry, my bad. Anyways, so just pulling out the gun and pointing could have been a very valid self-defense. But then the big guy in the white shirt runs away. He is, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? It's the terminology. The fight's over. He's disengaged from the fight. He's not showing any clear intention of wanting to continue the fight, continue the contest. He's not really showing any he's not showing any clear intention of continuing the fight. He's actually actively running away, disengaging from the fight. At that point, the threats ended. But this guy here fires, and it looks like he gets the big guy gets struck down, and he goes down, but he's not dead. He's crawling away. Now the teenager, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if he was just trying to run away and go around the shooter and just go down the stairs, trying to the closest exit. It's hard to tell. Or if he was trying to go and take down the shooter. I think it's probably more likely he was just panicked and ran in the same direction he was. It does look like he was trying to take a big berth away. But then the guy shoots him in the shoulder, and then executes him. Now again, if the shooter was doing some actual self-defense and not straight up, murder, and the guy in the white tee wasn't running away and had a valid self-defense claim at that point, still had a valid defense claim at that point, and then he shot the teenager, he too could have had a valid self-defense claim because he's defending himself after another aggressor. But no, that's not it. That's not what happened. I don't think the teenager even laid a hand on him. Not that you necessarily do. But anyways, but a lot of self-defense law also has, or not a lot. I think some do, some don't, but they have a provocation clause, meaning that if you provoke the action that gets you into a situation where you're required to use self-defense to, keep yourself alive, you don't actually have a self-defense claim. And I would say that shooting a guy running away is provocation and not a valid self-defense claim. So we're taking out just a straight up execution here. Oh, sorry. So but anyways, he shoots the kid in the shoulder. He goes down. He's no longer a threat. But then the guy goes forward and executes him. So that guy's dead, unfortunately. And then from there, he walks back to the guy in the white shirt. That guy's on the ground crawling, trying to get to safety. He walks up and then executes them too. So this is clearly intent. To me, this is first degree murder. It was very cold blooded. He executes these guys easily. And there's no sound, so we don't know what anyone's saying. So he could have still had a valid self-defense claim when the guy in the white was running away, because for all we know, what the guy was saying was, "I'm going to go get myself a gun too," or whatever. "I'm going to go get my gun." You could have said that we're running away, and if that was the case, the guy with the gun could have, shot the dude in self-defense. And he's like, "Oh, this guy's going to come back out. He's going to shoot me. I'm going to defend myself." So that first shot could still have been justified in a self-defense claim if the guy had some reasonable notion that the guy was going to get himself another weapon and come back. The kid, and again, if that were the case where he did have a valid self-defense claim, then the kid was going at him, even though he could very well have just been trying to run away in the the closest direction, the same direction he was facing. Sorry, excuse me. The shooter himself could have perceived, "Oh, he's trying to tackle me. He's trying to attack me. He's trying to, wrestle me down, hold me down," while the other guy gets a gun and shoots him again in a valid self-defense claim. So, those could have been a complete valid self-defense claim. It just may not have looked pretty, but it still would have been a valid self-defense claim, except, like I said, the guy goes out of his way and executes the kid and the older guy. And that right there is murder. All right. So I got an article here. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. I'm not going to talk about the pedo stuff, mainly because it's old news. It's really old news. I thought it was new. It's actually fairly old. So I'm going to cut that out, and then we'll talk about that at another time. Well, not another time, but we're not going to talk about that. All right. So here we go. Now, what was this all about? Well, this is an article about it. Downstairs neighbor allegedly kills father and son. I was right. And noise dispute at Brooklyn apartment. The police are investigating after a father and son were fatally shot. No, they weren't fatally shot. Well, I guess it was true, but they were executed. Let's be honest. By an apartment building in Brooklyn, allegedly by their neighbor fed up with noise. Authorities say they were found on the fourth floor of the East Flatbush apartment building just after 10:30 p.m. Sunday. Their downstairs neighbor was apparently fed up with the noise and went upstairs before pulling a gun and shooting them both. Police said, "Well, that's kind of disingenuous, in my opinion." Look, it doesn't justify his actions. Don't get me wrong, but it's not an accurate statement. He may have, he may have been fed up with the noise. Absolutely gone up. He may have, had his gun on him and everything, and he went upstairs and confronted the guy. Now, again, family members identified the victims as 47 Baldimi Machurin and his 27-year-old son, Chiwe Moat. Oh, okay, never mind. That guy's not a kid. That guy's as old as I am. So, now, again, to be fair, Bladman, whatever, did pull a weapon on him. a scissors. Could have been a valid self-defense claim there. And threatened him with it. That's what it looked like. Okay. So I just want to be fair. ABC News, you should be fair in this. But yeah, because he didn't just pull out a gun and start shooting them. He argued him with a bit, and then he got threatened with the scissors, and then he pulled out his gun after the chick Mari Delilis kept pulling Blademan, kept pulling him, no, and all that crap, and that's when he pulled out a gun. So let's be honest here. All right, Maria Delis said the downstairs resident was banging on his ceiling and angry about the noise coming from their apartment. She said an argument escalated before the suspect fired 9 rounds at the victims in front of her 10-year-old son. The family, originally from Haiti, downsized from a larger apartment, which was an adjustment for Delis' younger children. There has been ongoing dispute for years about noise. Kids make noise all the time. It doesn't dictate for someone to come up with a firearm and take someone's life. Said family friend Michaela Lewis. No arrests have been made. The investigation is ongoing. Assemblywoman Monica Chandler Waterman is helping the Green family, who is asking for security. The Assemblywoman said she plans to work with police to ensure the family's safety while the search continues for the suspect. And then the family holds onto memories. My son's a good boy. He's not violent. Delis said, my husband has no gun, no weapons. Why would you bring a gun to shoot my family? Why would you bring a gun to tear my family apart? Again, that's not accurate, as he did bring a weapon. Scissors are a weapon. I'm not justifying this guy's actions. Don't get me wrong. I am just providing context so that it's it's fairly important context. Guy did bring a weapon. Again, unless, he had a reasonable suspicion that the guy was coming back with a gun, that first shot may or may not have been reasonable. And even the shot to the son, the first one may have been reasonable, but the executions make this complete and utter murder. So there we go. So there, even got an article. Look at me, like a professional. But again, that both the statements aren't accurate. The guy did have a weapon, not justifying the actions, just making sure everyone gets the memo. All right. So now let's move on from New York stuff to Oakland. Soares-backed DA Pamela Price was just the victim of a car burglary in her own district of Oakland. Thugs stole her laptop and smashed her windows. The DA called the cops and waited an hour. They didn't come. She was forced to file a report online like everyone else. Here she is in July, saying she feels safe in Oakland, mocking safety concerns. That was dumb. So let's listen to this.
The DA's role has really no impact on crime.
Oakland police.
Wait, hold on.
Residents about a surge.
I haven't listened to this. Hold on. Let me listen to this again. Let's hear this.
The DA's role has really no impact on crime.
Oakland police.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's just, And honestly, a DA that thinks that should be a red flag. Let's be honest. That was some dumb shit right there. Has no impact on crime. You prosecute criminals. You clearly have an impact on crime. It may not be like to the level you want or anything like that, but you still have an impact on crime itself. All right.
They warned residents about a surge in violence, including an uptick in home invasion robberies.
Do you feel safe living in Oakland?
Yes, I do. I live in East Oakland even, and I know a lot of people think, oh, that's terrible. I feel safe. The DA's role has really no impact on crime.
All right.
Oakland police have
She feels very safe. She lives in East Oakland. She feels very, very safe. Now, as of last I checked, I did not see a response for her about this incident. I did look up. She did get her car did get burglared. But I have, at last I checked, there wasn't any. She wasn't saying anything. She hadn't made a comment yet. So just to be fair there. She feels very safe. She lives in East Oakland. But it's just, it's funny seeing these karmatic things happen. All right. I guess I'm going to embroil myself in more death today. Justin, German-Israeli festival member attendee, Shani Lok, who was filmed being paraded around in her underwear by Hamas with her legs broken, is confirmed dead. The news comes after her mother told news outlets earlier in the month that her daughter was alive. The family say Lok is now confirmed dead and believes she was killed by a bullet to the head on October 7th, the day of the attack. We are devastated to share the death of 23-year-old German-Israeli Shani Lok. Okay, apparently this... Okay, whatever. Shani, who was kidnapped from a music festival and tortured and paraded around Gaza by Hamas terrorists, experienced unfathomable horrors. Our hearts are broken. May her memory be blessed. All right, and I think she's the chick on the right. So here's a quick clip of them. They're dancing. I think she's the chick on the right. Dancing. Yeah, dance. So this looks like to be the last few moments of her life. Is there any music to this? Oh, there is. All right. Now, for those who don't remember who this chick is, no big deal. Happens. This is who she is. So in the beginning, you saw this her here on the right. We all saw this video, and we all I'm pretty sure everyone thought she was dead when it started. Apparently her mother said earlier in the month she was still alive. But that appears to be not true, as family members apparently say that she died of gunshot to the head on the day of the attack. And again, she was paraded naked around the streets, or in her underwear, naked, same thing. So it's very unfortunate this poor young lady was killed during these terrible attacks. Okay, embroiled myself in death again. Great. How nice is that? All right. Let's do some more death shit. Why the fuck not? All right, Justin, police visited Maine gunman's home 6 weeks before massacre after he told doctors he was going to snap and commit a mass shooting. Law enforcement chief in Maine issued a awareness alert for Robert Card, a U.S. Army reservist, in September after the threats were made. Despite visits and increased patrol, Card remained elusive. During a welfare check, it was noted he typically answered the door with a killed gun. So it looks like a Card, and if you don't remember, Maine was the sorry, got it straight. So, it looks like, they're were talks about him, and he claiming that he was going to commit a mass shooting. There was clear talks about it. Cops, even put a alert on him and everything. So he clearly was going to. He had the intention of doing this. It seemed like said he was going to do it in everything. So it's just tragic that he wasn't committed. I think we ended committing mentally ill people to like mental institutes. Back in Ronald Reagan, I want to say. Maybe we should do that now. I know it may be extreme, but like if someone's gonna, is mentally unwell and saying he's going to snap and commit a mass shooting, I think that's a good person to put in a mental institute until they're better. But that's just my opinion on that. Watch this video real quick. All right, so we've seen a lot of death today. I'm pretty bummed out about it. So let's watch this. Let's watch something kind of funny. And for all I know, I'm going to laugh at this, find out later this guy actually ends up dying. That's why I don't know. All right, so here we go. So shoplifter. Guy shoplift. Security's confronting him. Hey, you can't shoplift. Fuck you, I'm going to shoplift. They're fighting, and then boom! So they're fighting. It's just kind of. First off, I gotta say, bravo on this employee for the accuracy. That was pretty good. It's pretty good aim. So I gotta give the guy props. Like that was. I don't care who you are. That's fucking impressive right there. That was some pretty good aim right there. All right, so he lifts it up and flings it. Out like a light. So hey, props to this guy. He has some pretty good aim. I mean, you gotta give the guy props, right? So there's that. I mean, yeah, shoplifting employee hey, takes matters in his own hand. Now, this very well probably was a pretty poor idea. Hit him in the head. Guy could potentially get seriously armed and injured and die, or be severely injured. And the way places are nowadays, states are, you could easily. I wouldn't be surprised if I end up seeing a lawsuit from this guy, because store employee threw a weapon at his head. Could have potentially injured his head and then caused him to, looks like it knocked out, and he falls and could potentially have hit his head. I couldn't really tell if he did. His backpack may have prevented him from, when you get knocked out, your body loosens up. So if you land on your back, your head comes down and could have cracked your head. But that could have been prevented by his backpack being big enough. But we'll see. But yeah, dude, that store employee was not failing. For the shoplifter, sucks to be him. All right. So here we are. All right. So a federal judge on Monday temporarily barred the Biden administration and Border Patrol agents from removing the razor wire Texas state officials have set up to hinder the entry of migrants along the border with Mexico with limited exemptions, such as medical emergencies. Chief U.S. District Court Judge Aaliyah Moses blocked federal officials from removing, scraping, disassembling, or encumbering concretine wire that Texas state authorities assembled near the border town of Eagle Pass to impede the passing of migrants entering the court illegally. Mose said federal officials could only remove the wire to provide or obtain emergency medical aid. The order is an early legal victory for Republican Governor George Abbott and his other Texas officials. In their latest lawsuits against the Biden administration, which has found itself defending most of its major immigration policies from lawsuits filed by officials in the Lone Star State and other GOP-led states. The ruling, however, will not be the final say on the matter. Texas lawsuit. When it filed its lawsuit last week, Texas said Border Patrol agents were cutting its razor wire to facilitate the entry of migrants into the U.S. In a statement after the ruling, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton said federal agents were seen 3 days later, escalating their efforts to destroy Texas border barriers using heavy machinery such as forklifts to uproot large sections of the fencing to facilitate mass entry. That prompted his request for the restraining order that was approved Monday. God damn, federal government. By acting quickly and honoring their actions closely, we were able to secure a restraining order, and I'm confident we will continue to prevail. Paxton said in a statement, Moses' temporary restraining order will last for 2 weeks through November 13th. She has scheduled a hearing on the case for November 7th. Administration officials have said Border Patrol agents sometimes cut Texas razor wire to provide medical assistance to migrants in distress, and because they need to process migrants who have already set foot on U.S. soil. A spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security declined to comment on specifics in the case, but said Border Patrol agents have responsibility under federal law to take those who crossed into U.S. soil without authorization into custody for processing, as well as to act when there are conditions that put our workforce or migrants at risk. The department will, of course, comply with the orders, spokesperson said. The U.S. law requires federal immigration agents to process migrants to determine whether they should be deported, released, detained, or transferred to another agency once they reach American soil, which is the middle of the Rio Grande in Texas's case. The feud over the razor wire is the latest clash between the federal government and Abbott, who has accused President Biden, a Democrat, of not doing enough to deter illegal crossing, which has reached record high levels in the past 2 years. In fiscal year 2023, which ended on September 30th, Border Patrol recorded over 2 million apprehensions of migrants along the Mexican border. Federal data show it was only the second time the agency has suppressed that threshold. Along with deploying National Guard units to the southern border to set up razor wire and impede the entry of migrants, Texas has been arresting some migrants on state trespassing charges and busing thousands of asylum seekers to Democratic-led cities like New York and Chicago without notifying local authorities. Well, they're sanctuary cities. Why should they notify them? So there you go. Federal government. That's a womp womp for the federal government. Yeah. Fucking George Abbott's got a little for Biden. There you go. So yeah. So now, federal government is prevented from cutting Constantina wire. So that's you know what? For the judge there. That's for the judge there. Good on you, judge. Oh, you know what? I forgot something I need to do. I meant to do this yesterday, but I forgot. I want to give a big old Anna Artist Open for following the channel. Appreciate you very much. That was 3 days ago. I think that was Friday, so Saturday. So I appreciate you. Anyways, so there we go. All right, let's look at a delusional chick. I've been doing a lot of these lately. Let's look at this delusional girl here. Pretty sure, I don't know. Like, I'm being legit here. Like, I'm not saying, I don't watch porn. I do watch porn and everything. Trying to minimize it. Well, I'm pretty sure this chick's a porn star. I just don't know who she is.
What is your favorite meal to cook?
Cook? I don't really cook. Like, I just like.
So you don't cook at all for your man?
No, like that's all I do. I don't really cook.
Do you think that makes up for cooking?
Yeah, I think
No.
a lot of. So, yeah, I'd rather call Uber Eats for them while I Like ask any
Oh.
guy right now, like if they'd rather me or like cook for them. Like
You have braces. I'd rather you cook for me. I don't trust that.
they'd say like for me to serve.
So you think if we asked any guy right now if they'd rather you sleep or cook for him, they would all say,
Yeah.
I guess they're gonna have to let us know in the comments. What is your
I don't know what's with their fake ass lips. Like these big old lips, they're kind of like annoying. Anyways, yeah, yeah. Look, the only reason guys prefer her to suck their dick than cook is because that's all she's really good for is sucking dick. Like she's really useless for everything else. It's very clear by that. Oh yeah, all I do is suck their dick. So all she good for is for sex. That's all she's good for. That's all she offers. So of course, no guys really gives two shit about her. You're good for sex. That's all I care about from you because that's all you're good for. You're not going to be, a wife. You're just going to be some side chick, some hoe I fuck on the side. Let's look at the comments. Nina Infinity. Sucking dick with those braces must be something. These chompers are unsettling. Difference between living a happy and fulfilled life and just existing. Believe it or not, eventually even blowjobs get boring. Yeah. Out here making her Jewish ancestors proud wearing the Star of David while admitting this. I mean, if it's several times a day, I'll cook my own food. I do anyways. That's thirsty, dude. I always assume any woman who says she'll cook for me is trying to kill me. So my answer is, oh, wow. She can barely open her mouth and have a feeling with those braces. No one lets her do it more than once. So look. But yeah, there we go. So yeah. But yeah, that's just a side chick. She's a porn star, probably, more than likely. So, and she's probably useless in every other regard. So, of course, all guys want from her is sex, and that's about it. They don't give two shits about her. It's like, yeah, this is some chick I'm gonna fucking, fuck, and then when I get bored of her, I'm gonna just toss her away. That's how guys are gonna treat her because that's all she offers. All she offers to guys is sex. And look, we love sex. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. We love sex. We will sex all the time. Like we're not, it's not that hard. Sex, yes, but eventually, every guy gets bored of his chick, like or the chick he's fucking. You know what's the best kind of pussy? New pussy. Okay, it happens. All right, guys generally like varieties. Whether you like it or not, that's basically how the world goes. Guys like varieties. It is what it is. What can you do? What can you do? And if all you're good for is sex, well, you're not really gonna get, the best out of us. We're just gonna do enough to keep you giving us the sex. And 10 years later, when you're, saggy and old, and we don't want you because we never really invested in you, you're gonna be alone with your tits all sagging and your fake lips drooping and your braces. Your teeth might be great, but oh well. If guys don't invest in you more than just, how much sex you can give them, they're not going to give two shits about you. The woman that he invested in, and who invested in him by cooking, cleaning, taking care of him after a long day's work, and then he afterwards and starts investing, making sure that she's living good, she's taken care of. They have a loving and mutual respect relationship. That's the guy he's going to keep around, stick around through thick and thin. The second that he gets tired of having his dick cut up by your fucking braces, he's going to drop her ass, and then you're going to be like, oh, why can't I find any good guys? Because all you offer is sex. And sex, I know it's hard to believe, ladies, but sex isn't enough to keep a guy around. Okay, just because you can suck our dick doesn't mean that's going to keep us around. You got to give us more to keep us around, at least when it comes to a committed relationship. Because eventually, we're going to get bored of you. We're going to get annoyed of you because, especially this chick, she can barely open her mouth wide enough. So she must be used to some Asian dicks. But no, this girl, her looks are gonna fade. She's gonna be annoying. Her voice is kind of annoying, honestly, to me. So eventually, we're just gonna get tired of it, and we're gonna stop tolerating it, and we're gonna just dump your ass. And you got no one really to blame yourself, because all you can do is suck dick. All I do, suck dick. Look, my wife can suck dick too, but she also cooks and makes delicious food for me. All I do is suck dick. That's great. It's what all chicks can do. All chicks can suck dick. It's not that hard. Guess what? If you're into it, some guys will suck dick too. Like, what is their fucking... All I do is suck dick. All right, cool. That's good for you. It's not really going to do much for us, honestly. What a dumb chick, honestly. All right, there we go. That's all we got today. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and make sure you give me a follow. Make sure you follow me at officialwghost. See when I go live. I forgot to tweet this shit out, so not a big deal, because no one ever really watches me in the morning, which is fine. No big deal. But if you're watching this in the afternoon, make sure you like and follow rumble.com/withghost, and then my gaming channel, rumble.com/gamingwithghost. Check those two out. And make sure you give me a like and a follow. I hope you all have a good day. Peace out. See you later.